There's an elephant and donkey both on shaky ground, but we got the truth and we gonna shout it loud. From the healthcare to taxes, they can't hide from us. With a wink and a nod, we expose all the fuss. Educating the masses with a smirk on our face, bringing clarity to the headlines in this crazy race. From the White House to your house, we cover it all, putting humor in the facts, we're having a ball. Oh no, America, let's get real and laugh, teaching you the politics with a little bit of sass. Current events and headlines that blow your mind, only on Oh No America you'll find.
Oh my God. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Appreciate, but also
Fuck me gently with the chainsaw.
what?
I'm Peter Fool.
And also, what is happening? What just happened? Okay, guys, we have a few things to go over. Literally just dropped. I want to go over this situation that just happened during this. It's a dinner, it's a lunch, it's a governor's lunch. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know if he said anything else, but he did. I'm going to show you guys here. Let me just get my sharesies. Let me get my copyright. Okay, so this is C-SPAN, of course. All right, so he was doing this like governor's lunch. Okay, and something real crazy just happened at this governor's lunch. So here's the beginning. Let's just oh, and let me debut. This will become merch later. Let me let me get out of this because I know how hard it is sometimes for everybody to bear that we are staring at the Cheeto in Chief. And so I've made something to make that a little more bearable. Let me just yeah, I need to do this. I think just I'm gonna put it right here. There we go. I got it. Got it. Let's I'll show you guys now. I'll show you guys now. It's exclusive for the very first time. Oh, it's not gonna let me put it on top. We're just gonna put this on top. This is the Cheeto in Chief. Yeah. We'll just make that smaller. But I want it to be in its own thing, like my thing. But we'll just put that, we'll put him over the broadcast here. Okay. Let me just make this bigger. And then we'll get let me move my Cheeto. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Put him over here for a second so I can put him on top of the video. How come it's not doing the thing? Do I have to make a screenshot of my Cheeto? I guess I do. Let's try that. Let's see if I can. Well, no, now it's just a screenshot. Whatever, guys. I'll figure it out. Let's get into the trumpety dump here, and we're going to make this a little bit faster. Here we go.
Well, we're in a very good mood. We just had the highest poll numbers I've ever had. Ever.
We've had guys, everybody loves me.
Record for a Republican. Now, I don't know about, have they checked the Democrats too? But we have a record so far for a Republican. Now, it's 4 weeks. We have a lot of weeks to go. We want to finish that way, right? But I just want to thank everybody because you've been really amazing. The job you've done has been incredible in terms of this 4 week period. It's been a very somewhat historic 4 weeks. And we have a couple of things in the works. We're negotiating with Russia, Ukraine, trying to get that horrible situation over with. It's terrible. It's just so terrible. I see pictures that you fortunately don't get to see. You don't want to see them. And that is a killing field. You have young soldiers being killed, thousands a week, and we got to get it over with. It's bad for Russia, and it's bad for Ukraine, and it's bad for us on a humanitarian basis. I've had very good talks with Putin, and I've had not such good talks with Ukraine. They don't have any cards, but they play it tough. But we're not going to let this continue. This war is terrible. It would have never happened if I were president, but it did happen, so I got stuck with it.
It would have never happened if I were president.
And right now you have a
Like,
country
what
that,
is he
has
talking
these
about?
like demolition sites. Those beautiful towers, those 1,000-year-old golden domes that were so beautiful, the most beautiful in the world, they say. They're all in smithereens. Millions of people are killed. I think far more people than anyone understands. And we have people that better get to the table and get it ended. Should have never happened. It would have never happened. But I'm delighted to welcome.
Again, this is just more false propaganda. Like, I don't know what he was going to do to end this war, right? Other than the nothing that he already has. He's just like, I'll talk to my friend Putin, and you know, everything's gonna be good, and everything will be fine, right? And it's literally like, I don't know. I don't understand where he thinks this is gonna go for him, right? Like how he thinks this is going to fare well for him to keep talking nonsense about what he would do um, to end the war that he absolutely started. Does everybody forget the Zelensky phone call from when he was president? Does everybody forget that? Like, he literally, guys, did the phone call in the Oval Office, basically trying to strong arm Zelensky. And that didn't go well. Does everybody remember that? No, nobody remembers that. I remember. Remember, you remember. I remember. So I don't know how he would have stopped the thing that he was literally starting. Yeah. Anyway, the hubris of this man never fails to amaze me. I wish I could make this player just slightly bigger and not like the whole thing. Let's see if we can do just that, because we have other things to go over also. And then, nope, don't do it. Come on now. Work with me. Work with me, Safari. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Welcome America's governors to the White House. You're amazing people. Even the Democrats are amazing people, some of you. And we've worked together. Actually, we work very well together. I can't think of anybody. There's one or two, that it doesn't work out so well, but that's sort of normal. But I do want to welcome you, and I want to let you know that anything I can do, I'm here. I'm here for you, and we can do a lot. I do want to say that I left a great place, North Carolina, and we're really working hard there since I've been in. For 4 weeks, we've done more than they did in all of the period of time. And FEMA was a disaster. FEMA wasn't there. They didn't do the job. And it was a terrible, terrible situation. I've never seen anything like it. And then they actually, when they did get there, a very small group, they chose anybody with an American flag or the name Trump on the front of the house. They would sort of skip that house very nicely. And it was just a disaster. And we've done it the other way. And we're working with a very nice person that we've had good relationships. The newly elected Democrat governor, who's here, I assume, is he? Okay, thank you very much. We're working well together, very well together. And we're not using FEMA so much, but it doesn't matter as long as we get the job done. But the people are becoming very happy. So I want to thank you very much. Great job. But we are, and I'm of the opinion, I understand FEMA very well. We had a good situation with FEMA, but it was a very expensive thing to do. And I really believe when there's a natural disaster, hurricane, a tornado, or whatever it may be, you're very capable people. It's called, you fix it. You take care of it yourselves. You don't have to call some faraway state and have people planed in from areas that they have no idea. They come in from Alaska to help you in Florida. They say, "Well, this is hot here. This isn't." By the time they figure it out, everything would have been fixed. It's not a good situation. It's very expensive. You spend at least twice as much. They don't negotiate. They go out and hire local contractors, and they have no idea who they are. And I'd rather have my governor from South Carolina, Henry. I'd rather have Ron. I'd rather have from.
Listen to
Florida.
him just listing off governors that he thinks are nice to him.
You'll save a lot of money, and we'll send the bills. We'll pay, I think, far less. We have to have you have a little bit of skin in the game. Otherwise, those bills will be much higher than they're supposed to be, especially with a couple of you in this room who I know we'll get bills that you wouldn't believe, record setters. But so I think 75-25 with the government, the federal government paying 75. And we'll go right through to the I think go right through, probably either go through Commerce, maybe go through Marco, because Marco's very good with money.
Marco Rubio.
Environmental gentleman, Lee Zeldin here, because Lee's going to say, what's this all about? Huh? They gave me this too. You have found some big stuff, by the way, some big fraud. You have, as he said, this one's not even explainable. We're talking about billions of dollars. So great job, Lee.
Which has
Really
all been
upset, but
debunked.
it's a great job you've done in a very short period of time. But I think Marco or Scott or Howard, and if wherever Howard may be,
Who the fuck are all these
congratulations.
people?
Great. It was a great session. He got no Democrat votes. I thought he's been a Democrat all his life, and he got no Democrat votes. They all called him to apologize. And, you know, honestly, that shouldn't be, but he got approved yesterday. But today I'm delighted to welcome America's governors to the White House, and I've known many of you for a long, long time.
Well,
And this week
I'm happy that y'all are here.
to better serve the American people. I also want to thank the members of my cabinet who joined us for this meeting, and they really have gone right off the bat. And I also want to thank Senator Thune, because I'm hearing we set a record on approvals. And I was screaming, I thought it was going so slowly. I think we have a record. So I apologize to anybody I screamed at. But no, it was announced this morning. I think we had a record for the number of positions, so that's great. And they're great people. So I'll begin by introducing Secretary of State Marco Rubio. He scares me because he got 99 votes. So that's either unbelievably good because he's an incredible diplomat and therefore he's Secretary of State and you couldn't have picked, or I'm a little nervous about you, Mark.
Okay, so we're going to skip through that.
We want to thank you, but we have to get going because when we bring the energy costs down, we have more energy than anybody in the world. We just didn't use it. Can you imagine?
You have more energy than anybody else in the world.
That have very heavy stuff. And we have the best stuff in the world. We have more liquid gold, and it's really great liquid gold too. We have more
liquid gold. No, it's actually liquid petroleum. Liquid gold would be actual gold.
In the ground, about how big is that hole? About a foot? About a foot, yeah. We drew a little tiny hole, and we could have taken it instead of all of the problems. And then we made Venezuela.
Just drill a little teeny tiny hole. It's just like getting your ear pierced. We're just ear piercing the earth. Just, you know, take that liquid gold.
He was ready to quit. He was going to be out. Marco, you know that better than anybody. Marco's been very strong.
Ba 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 ba.
I don't know what you think about it, so but it's very only the Republicans smile when I say it happens to be true. But Brooke has been amazing, and it's right. Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Bobby Kennedy.
Criminals, killers.
Okay, everyone's a killer and a rapist.
Social and behavior changes in Uganda, and 10 million.
We helped Uganda. Okay, when we get to the real deal here.
And he said, computers are not meant. And there were no complaints. There was no. They had a winner. They had a loser.
I'm going to put it back at normal here, guys.
And it was done. We're one of the only people that has now mail-in voting. One of the only countries that has mail-in voting.
Yeah.
Remember Jimmy Carter when he did a commission, and I think they had Scoop Jackson. They had some, you know, at the time, big senators. And their conclusion was, if you have mail-in voting, you're going to have massive fraud.
We don't have that in Oregon.
Congressional race. Remember the congressional race? It took them forever to like 6 months later, they declared, who was it? Jerry Nadler or somebody. They declared him the winner. 6 months later. But it was somebody. Oh, no, it was the woman, the congressman. I won't mention her name. But
gross. Don't mention a woman's name.
She won, but she didn't win. And it was really very sad to see that whole thing. Democrat. That was a Democrat and a Democrat. That was a primary.
We've had mail-in voting here in Oregon.
It's just a disaster.
For decades.
Very, very expensive. If you want to save money, if you really believe that the computers work, which they don't, but if you want to save a lot of money, all you have to do is go to paper ballots, and you'll be cutting it down by millions and millions of dollars. So America will take off like a rocket ship. You're going to see things that's so great for the governors, and Democrat governors are going to have
here we go,
the benefit of this. You're going to be opening up plants, and you're going to be. I hope
blah 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 blah.
We're going to and we want people to come into our country. By the way, I do, but they have to come in legally. So we need people in the country.
We need people.
Come in legally. 2 weeks ago, I signed an executive order banning men from playing in women's sports. Many Democrats are fighting me on that. I hope you continue because you'll never win another race. And it's just crazy if you look.
I hope you continue fighting me on these trans rights issues because you'll never win another race. Wait for this. And I'm going to show you the real thing now.
What happened with the boxing? If you look at what happened with the weightlifting numbers, where a record that hadn't been broken for 19 years got shattered. But, they put up an eighth of an ounce here, an eighth of an ounce there, and it's 218 pounds or whatever, a lot. and
An eighth of an ounce.
hadn't been broken in 19 years.
This
and
man
the guy
knows
walks
nothing
up,
about weights and measures,
transitioned.
money, property.
transitioned, and he knocked out that record by about 100 pounds. That will be a record not going to be broken again in a long. So we put a ban on it, and to protect women. I mean, the women. If you watch the Olympics, you had two transitioned people that were fighting in the women's boxing. They have women's boxing category. If you saw that,
He's not.
it was brutal.
None of these things are facts.
The Italian woman was a really good boxer. After one punch, she said, "No, no, no more, no more. I've never been hit." It was a left. It was not even a. It was just a left jab. She got hit so hard. She said, "I can't do it." They forced her to go out. No, go out again. You'll do it. Goes out again, gets hit again. No, no, that's it. She didn't want to die, and it's crazy. But
Yeah, no, this is
the
all like. Oh,
NCAA
but hang on, here
has
we go.
complied
Ready?
immediately. By the way, that's good. But I understand Maine. Is the Maine here? The governor of Maine?
Is the governor of Maine here? Listen. This is the governor's lunch. You have all the governors there. Now look at his face as he figures out where the governor, of course she's a woman, so he's already grossed out, of Maine is. Ready?
Are you not going to comply with it?
I'm complying with state and federal laws.
So he asked her directly, are you not going to comply with banning trans athletes? Period. Right? And she says, I'm complying with state and federal laws. It's very important. And what's his response?
Well, we are the federal law.
We are the federal law. Who is the we that you think he's referring to right there? Who's the we? Who's the we, white man? Is that you and Elon? Is that who's the we? Because none of that is a law. It's an executive order, hasn't been ratified by Congress. It's not the law.
Well, you better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And
you better do it or you're not going to get any federal funding. Excuse me, sir, that's blackmail. You just blackmailed the governor of Maine at a public lunch that's broadcast to the whole world.
where your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports.
Did they vote on that? Did the state of Maine vote on that and say no?
So you better comply because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding.
So he says, you better comply or you're not getting any federal funding again. She goes, see you in court. And then what's his response?
Say, good, I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy one.
That should be a real easy one. This is a convicted felon. A convicted felon. 7 times bankrupt. Telling the governor of Maine, who should be fucking celebrated, let's have a parade for her. That should be an easy one.
And enjoy your life after governor because I don't think you'll be in elected politics.
Another threat. Another threat on live television. This shit was broadcast live. Okay, let me, there's, guys, what do you, put a 1 in the chat if you like the Cheeto in Chief. There's also the one with the background here. I'm going to figure out how to be more prepared and like download the Cheetos so I can put them over things. But do you guys like this? You want to see it on some merch? You want to see the Cheeto in Chief on some merch? Put a 1 in the chat and we'll get that done for you guys. Yeah, the governor of Maine is a badass mofo and I love her. And let's all move to Maine to support her. Let me pull up this here. Okay, so this was I'll put a link to just the exchange that they had here. So you guys can see that. Okay, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the Cheeto in Chief here. Now, if that's not bad enough, okay, if that's not bad enough, This just came out. This is, I just saw this. This is from 37 minutes ago. Here we go.
It's too soon to tell how serious President Trump is in defiance of the Constitution. In his first 28 days, he signed an order to nullify birthright citizenship for some, a right guaranteed by the 14th Amendment, and he has closed agencies and frozen spending that Congress mandated by law. Courts are holding up many of the president's priorities, but nothing has risen to the Supreme Court, where these battles over presidential power could rewrite history.
I love how right now, guys, and I want to say this to all media. What the fuck are we doing when you are literally allowing a tyrant to run free? Your job is to be screaming from the mountaintops, the emperor has no clothes. And we're just like, well, we'll see. I don't know how far he's going to take it. Could it possibly be the worst thing that's ever happened to mankind? What the fuck? What? Hello? What planet are you on? Okay. So in the article here, a federal judge on Friday, that's today, declined to block the Trump administration from putting thousands of employees with the USAID on administrative leave and recalling others from overseas, clearing the way for the president to resume his efforts to overhaul the agency as part of his plans to slash the size of the federal government. This guy, this Bajumba, Carl Nichols, who was, not a conflict of interest, appointed by Trump. Okay. It's a 26-page decision we can pour through. I'll put a link to that. If you legal eagles want to go through that and see what he said in his 26-page decision, I haven't had time. Like literally that just came across before I started this live. I got a notification about that situation with USAID. So I wanted to put that up here. But like, yeah, that's what's happening. Also, Gavin Newsom, for all you Cali peeps, okay? Governor Gavin Newsom today issued a proclamation convening a special session of the California legislature to safeguard California values and fundamental rights in the face of an incoming Trump administration. The special session will focus on bolstering California legal resources to protect civil rights, reproductive freedom, climate action, and immigrant families. This is the first of several actions by the Newsom administration in partnership with the legislature as the governor begins shoring up California's defenses against an incoming federal administration that has threatened the state on multiple fronts. Guys, that was so hard to read because I don't have my glasses on, but that was the best I could do with no sight. I am not a sighted person right now. I have an extreme astigmatism and my glasses got something on them that I can't see through. Okay, I think it's better now. Okay, so that's what's happening in California. Here's the quote from Newsom. The freedoms we hold dear in California are under attack, and we won't sit idle. California has faced this challenge before, and we know how to respond. We are prepared, and we will do everything necessary to ensure Californians have the support and resources they need to thrive. Okay? No matter what the incoming administration has in store, California will keep moving forward. This is from the Attorney General, Rob Bonta. We've been through this before, and we stand ready to defend your rights and protect California values. We're working closely with the governor and the legislature to shore up our defenses and ensure we have the resources we need to take on each fight as it comes. Okay, Speaker Robert Rivas says, voters sent a clear message this election, and we need to lean in and listen. But we also must be prepared to defend California values no matter what the challenges ahead. So It makes sense to consider the governor's proposal. I'm ready to fight harder than ever for the opportunity, equality, and a golden state that works for each and every resident. And Senate President Pro Tem Mike McGuire said, we learned a lot about former President Trump in his first term. He's petty, vindictive, and will do what it takes to get his way, no matter how dangerous the policy may be. California has come too far and accomplished too much to simply surrender and accept his dystopian vision for America. This is why we're moving with speed and investing in our legal defense. This is an important first step in protecting our progress and the values that make this state great. We'll be working with the Assembly and the governor in the months ahead to ensure the rights of all Californians are safeguarded. So if you guys are out in California, that's what you've got going on. Oh, we got to go over this fakakta thing too. But where's my this is the statement from Janet T. Mills. Don't forget that T in there, guys. She's a proper lady. Governor Mills' statement on president's threat to withhold education funding from Maine. From today. Governor Janet Mills issued the following statement today regarding the president's threat to withhold federal education funding from Maine. If the president attempts to unilaterally deprive Maine school children of the benefit of federal funding, my administration and the Attorney General will take all appropriate and necessary legal action to restore that funding and the academic opportunity it provides. The state of Maine will not be intimidated by the president's threats. Fucking mic fucking drop, Janet. This lady is fucking great. Let's just, there she is. There she is. She's there. She ain't taking no shit. Okay? She was not about to back down. She didn't back down in a room filled with Trump supporting men. And guess what? No one fucking laughed at her because she fucking means business. Okay? She means business. So I say, fuck yeah, go Maine. Go fucking Maine. Okay. And let's go over this. Fucking hell. Guys, there's so much breaking news, but here we go.
Within seconds of us getting this notification, our MTA was prepared. We knew this could come. Filed a lawsuit within minutes. I'm very confident we'll be successful. And I also want to say the cameras are staying on. We are keeping.
Okay. Trump orders halt to congestion pricing, and Governor Hochul, the same. Now, I'm applauding her for this, but you know what, lady? Fucking hold Eric Adams accountable. Come on.
Cameras on. Cameras on.
We're going to keep the cameras on.
Lights, cameras, action. They're staying on. I don't care if you love congestion pricing or hate it. This is an attack on our sovereign identity, our independence from Washington. And this is, we are a nation of states. This is what we fought for. This is what people like Alexander Hamilton and others fought for, to set up a system where we are not subservient to a king or anyone else out of Washington.
That's right. That's motherfucking right.
At 1:58 p.m., President Donald Trump tweeted, "Long live the king."
Have you guys not seen this tweet? Please hold. This is an actual tweet from the official White House Twitters. It's from the White House. The White House, congestion pricing is dead. Manhattan and all of New York is saved. Long live the king. And then he did a fake Time cover. Okay. That is a fake time cover that his team has made with him as king. He has declared himself an actual king. Long live the king. That's real, guys. That is fucking real. Let's get back to Kathy here.
I'm here to say New York hasn't labored under a king in over 250 years.
That's right.
And we are not. We sure as hell are not going to start now. The next time you're stuck in traffic, the next time your train is delayed, the next time you're in a flooded station because infrastructure repairs were not made, I want you to think of this. Think about this. Next time you're stuck in traffic.
Yeah. 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 Long live the king. That's how he sees himself, y'all. That is how this man sees himself, not as his true self. That's more like it. He is the Cheeto in chief. We will not be ruled by any monarchy here in America. Like, we're not going back. We're not going back to a monarchy. We're not going back to, a fiefdom. I gotta make something for Elon too. But like, are you joking? Like, guys, he does look like a twat. Like, who made this? What part of our tax dollars went to the time it took to create this AI nonsense? How? How? How did that happen? We paid for that. And you know what? They probably didn't even use the American Chat GPT. They probably used like DeepSeek and some other stuff. It's un-American. Oh my God, guys. This is just today. I wasn't even sure if I was going to have time for a whole ass stream because I literally I got to run to another appointment. I had one appointment way far away, like an hour away one way, and I had come back. I had to eat. And then as I was waiting for my delicious Thai food, the restaurant that I was waiting in, because I went in and I ordered like to-go food, and they had a huge TV up and MSNBC was on and Yamiche was on. And I'm looking up and then I see they didn't have the sound on. They just had the closed caption. And I saw that little clip of the exchange between him and the governor. And I was like, what just happened? And then I was like, no, I have to come and talk about these things because, this kind of nonsense is not taking a day off. Trump is not taking the day off, an hour off. And by Trump, I want to be clear. I am talking about the entire team that is propping up this ridiculous. Oh, the other thing I need to show you guys. I almost freaking forgot. There's a really cool app, page. There we go. That's where we need to go. We're going to go here right now. Get this off my disgusting screen here. There we go. I'm going to put this in the chat. This is where you can see, okay, what is happening with Project 2025. Oh, you guys can't see anything. I'm not sharing. Apologies. I'm putting it in the chat now. Okay. So this tracker shows, as you can see here, the overall progress. There's 295 different, things they want to get done inside of Project 2025. 84 are already completed. 41 are in progress. Okay. USAID, 6 objectives. Let's click on that. cut the budget, rescind it, cut international disaster assistance, prioritize funding for faith-based organizations, eliminate chief diversity, prohibit USAID from funding sexual reproductive health and reproductive rights. So no more women's health care worldwide are we helping out with. Done. They're counting that as a done. Okay? Department of State, let's see what the fuck they're doing there. Right? So you can see all the individual things and you can view the exact thing in Project 2025. So for all the people that you know that are like, well, nobody's doing Project 2025. It's just a thing that they wrote, that the Heritage Foundation wrote. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck, they are doing it. Okay? Freeze allocation resources, foreign aid disbursements. This is Marco Rubio's department. This is what they're doing to Marco Rubio. And hiring and recruiting decisions. Withdraw funding from the World Health Organization. Boom. Fuck those guys. Withdraw from the United Nations Human Rights Council. Done. Withdraw funding for United Nations Relief and Works Agency. Done. Suspend all visas to people from countries that do not accept the return of immigrants ordered deported. Done. Indefinitely curtail U.S. RAP refugee admissions. Done. Reinstate Mexico City policy banning aid to groups that even communicate about abortion services. Done. Prohibit the flying of divisive symbols such as the rainbow flag or the Black Lives Matter flag at U.S. embassies. Done. And this is the last thing. It's not started yet, guys. Withdraw from the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. That's in progress. It's IP. It's in progress. Okay? That's just one department. That's just one department. The White House. What have they done that we missed? Require regulatory analysis and OIRA review of the historically independent agencies. Done. Remove the words sexual orientation and gender identity, diversity, equity, inclusion, abortion, reproductive health, and gender equality from every federal rule and law. Done. Instruct the CEQ to rewrite its regulations implementing NEPA. I don't know what NEPA is, but it's done. Eliminate the interagency working group on the social cost of carbon. Done. Issue an executive order abolishing the Office of Domestic Climate Policy. Done. Revoke Executive Order 14020. This was a Biden one. Done. Oh, guys, there's more. We got to get them all. Cut off the government contracts to entities that enforce a woke agenda. Done. Give political appointees the power to personally review and authorize appropriated funding. Done. Political appointees. This is Doge. Not vetted and voted on by Congress. Appointees. Clear out the NSC, replace all essential detailees with staff aligned to the new president's priorities. Done. Give the Office of Personnel Management the responsibility to conduct security clearance investigations. Done. In progress, use the Congressional Review Act to undo Biden-era final rulemakings. In progress. They still haven't revoked everything yet. Issue an executive order to reshape the U.S. Global Change Research Program. That is the next item on the agenda. Okay? Go to this site. You can see every single thing that they are doing in every single agency. Here's where they haven't started yet. The Small Business Association, National Institutes of Health, the FDA, the FTC, the Federal Reserve, the FEC, the FCC, CMS, Centers for Medicaid and Medicare. Department of Agriculture, they've already started. Housing and Urban Development. They're already fucking with the Veterans Affairs. Commerce. CDC. Right? I just want to know. Let's see what the objectives are on the CDC. End data collection on gender identity. Promote fertility awareness-based methods as opposed to contraception for family planning. Those two are in progress. Let's see what's not started yet. Limit the CDC's role to evaluating only health-related costs and benefits of interventions without considering any social impacts. Prohibit stem cell research in developing vaccines. Split CDC into two agencies, one for data collection and the other for policy recommendations. Fund studies into the risks. Fund studies into the risks and complications of abortion. Cut funds to states that do not provide detailed abortion reports. Detailed abortion reports. Guys, this is the roadmap to Gilead. We are living in the real life Handmaid's Tale. Wake the fuck up. Please go to this site, everyone. Please see what's happening. And then also, fuck. I gotta take a second, man. This is just, I hadn't even looked at all those things yet. I got sent that by a friend, this tracker. And it is literally this is what's happening in America right now. Okay? A trans woman committed suicide by jumping off the side of the VA hospital. She was a veteran. And an 11-year-old girl in this country killed herself because her fellow students were threatening to turn her immigrant mother into ice. This is Trump's America. This is the Cheeto and Chiefs America. We have to stop it. Now, we have a few brave governors that are standing up and being counted. Gavin Newsom, okay, the governor of Maine. Where is the rest of the fucking states going to stand on these things? Because Trumpers are waking up. Slowly. A few of them are starting to wake up and be like, what the fuck did I vote for? I just fucked myself. Okay, let's talk about food stamps for just 1 second. Food stamps were originally created not to feed poor people. Okay? That's just a byproduct. It was to subsidize farmers. Because who gets the food stamp money is farmers. Okay? And now that we're getting all that shit done, the farmers are like, but where'd all my money go? Oh, I just didn't. I thought it was going to save me money because the people wouldn't be just, breaking the system, living off food stamps. Like, bitch, you just shut your own farm down. You just shut your own motherfucking business down. And on top of that, cherry on the top of that, is you're allowing this man to mass support all of your fucking migrant workers. Who's going to pick all your crops anyway? You have so little respect for the people who are literally toiling in the soil for you for pennies that you threw them away like garbage. And now you realize, uh-oh, hot dog, I fucked myself at the drive-thru. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You fucked yourself right up the ass.
With the chainsaw.
Yeah. With that chainsaw at the drive-thru. Like, what the actual F? Okay, guys, we do have to start getting in action. We have to start getting mad about these things. We need to start doing the things that are necessary to take. I'm getting so heated up. I'm coughing. Sorry, please. Let me calm for a moment. There we go. Me. Okay. So let's talk about solutions. Okay. Some of the governors, you guys were mentioning the fucking governor of Colorado, awesome sauce. They're also filing things. Okay. We need to know where these little beacons of hope exist. Okay. So let's take a look here. And also this is I'm going to put these resources in there so you guys can go here. Okay. We have the 5051. Okay. This is where you can see what's happening today in your area. Okay. So if you go to events, okay, and you can put in, any day, let's put in this weekend. Let's see what's happening this weekend. And I'm going to put Portland, Oregon, because that's where I'm closest to. There we go. Portland, Oregon. Okay, so this weekend, we already did that one. I was there. Apparently, there was a candlelight vigil 2 days ago. I did not know that. Let's go with this month. Why don't we have any more events? What's happening? Any day. I think I broke it. Let's go. I broke it. I'm going to refresh it. That was denied. Yes, that's what I want. Search. I broke it. The calendar's in beta. Yeah. Let me just go back to the... No, I totally fucked it. I broke it. I can't even go back far enough to unbreak it. But let me I'll just go to the site here. Good grief, Nora. Okay, so yeah, this site needs I'll send them some feedback. They need a little, but these are the other ones that you guys can get involved in. Their partners are Political Revolution, No Voice Unheard, Voices of Florida, Build the Resistance. Okay. There's an event on March 4th that it doesn't take me to the link. Y'all, come on, you're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. Okay, so the next day of action is March 4th, which is going to be, they're going to do another one. That's 5051. The other one, oh, this is where I started, and then I fucked it up. Okay, so their stuff does work, but for some reason it wasn't working, but that's fine. Indivisible is another resource that you can go to. This is specifically the Portland stuff that's going on. Let's just refresh that because I last searched on the 19th when we were here. Okay. So on the 27th, I don't know what that is. I guess we're going to go talk to the Portland City Auditor. There's going to be a Musk protest on rush hour, protest in front of PDX Tesla. Definitely going to go to that. Democracy Monday. Again, that's with the City Auditor. Miller Street activists, let's do something. Okay, that sounds fun on the March 2nd. The 3rd, Act Indivisible Neighbors. And then on the February 23rd. Musk or us. So this is going to be, we're going to Jeff Merkley's town hall in Oregon City. I'll head out there on the 23rd to cover that. It's going to be amazing. Additionally, the other thing that we heard about was Earth Justice. If you want to donate to help the Earth, where all of the laws are being rescinded and everything else, right here, send your donations. Earth Justice. Let me put that link here so you guys can do that if you want. This is not sponsored. But yeah, Earth Justice. We need it. We need all the help we can get, guys. Okay. Let's not do that, Nora. Let's keep this where it should be. Thank you. Okay. There. Let's get to some questions and comments here. My God. Caroline, happy birthday. It's happy birthday to Miss Caroline. And thank you for that super sticker. That's very, 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 very kind of you. I also want to check in on one other thing here. Let's just see how this little Teen Time channel's doing here, y'all. We've been doing really good. We've been increasing the subs. Holy cow, guys, we need 48 more subs to get to full recognition. We're up to 50 members here on this channel, guys. 50 members out of 952 people. This is fracking amazing. I love you guys so much. This is really, 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 really good. Really good. Let's get to your questions and comments here, guys. Oh yeah, you can use those images for the Discord. Absolutely. YT Mod Squad at Gmail. Y as in yellow, T as in Tom, Mod Squad at gmail.com. There you go. Let's see here. Comments. Oh, Christine, I'm so glad that you're here and can enjoy this refreshing and oh so optimistic take on MERICA. If they wanted to save money, how about making these police officers pay for their lawsuits instead of us taxpayers? Fuck yeah, that's a great idea. I feel like I'm living in a bad alternate universe ever since Fat Nixon, a nickname I heard someone call Trump, got back in the Oval Office. Yeah. We need this energy in Rhode Island. Write to your governor, Aubrey. Write to your governor. What's up, Abraham? Don't fucking tell me you defend the Constitution if you support this BS. Him being king goes against everything the Constitution stands for. Yepper doodles. If Doge is going to be permanent, watch out. The Democrats should use it like a sledgehammer to examine this whole term. Yeah, and they better get cooking. They better get cooking right now, Aubrey, because as you can see from that tracker, shit is already going down. Caroline, girl, you just became a member of this channel. Thank you so much. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, guys, because let's go back over that fucking depressing as hell tracker one more time. Which thing do I have? I have too many. Guys, I've got Safari open. I've got the other. Oh, here we go. Okay. Please, please, please go to this tracker. Gaze upon it. Learn from it. Understand it. They've already fucked USAID. It's done. Cooked. We're almost done with the Department of State and the White House. Department of Personnel and Justice, okay? Okay? You can see all the agencies that they are individually attacking and going after and exactly what part of Project 2025 is being utilized to do those things. Okay? Spread this to everyone you know. Okay? And when they tell you that Project 2025 was not the roadmap, please refer them to this. This is what's happening. Project 2025 is unconstitutional. It was not written by any representative. It has not been ratified by Congress in any way, shape, or form. Okay? But literally, this is where we're headed. This is where we're headed. Oh, who gifted memberships? Caroline, who did that? No, CJ. My goodness. Thank you. Thank you. Where are you at? Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Let me find it here. Well, we're going to have some members only lives and things like that. And that's what you do with the memberships. Yeah. Wow, CJ, thank you for gifting 10 memberships. Janet got one, Cutesy J got one, TB got one, Selma got one, Maya got one, Kristen in Copenhagen got one, Judy got one, Jim. I'm just kidding. You got a membership. I'm just joking about your name. David got one, Jennifer. That's amazing. That is amazing. Thank you. Thank you, CJ. That is awesome. That is fantastical. Guys, we only need 48 more subscriptions. So if you had not subscribed, if you have not liked the stream, subscribe, please subscribe. Subscribe. We're going to be in this fucking dumpster fire, literal dumpster fire together for 4 years. Okay? And we're going to talk it through. We're going to survive it. Banned Book Club is coming up starting let's see. We need some time to read a book. And I have to pick a book. I have a book in mind. If you guys wouldn't mind holding on just 1 minute because I don't have it down here. It's up in my room. So give me just one, bear with me. Just one moment. And I'll be right back. I'm back. Hi. Okay, so I have the first 5 books that we're going to do for book club. And we're going to start that. I'm going to say 2 weeks because I'm doing 2 book clubs, guys. So I need time to read. I need time to read. But I have the books here. I'm going to show you guys all. Woo! Running up and down them stairs, man. Shit. And I'll put links. If you want to order them from Amazon, if we're boycotting Amazon, that's fine. I'm just going to give you the link. That once again, full disclosure, I will get an entire 5 cents off of if you buy it from the link that I provide. All right. So the first book in book club is going to be The Sum of Us. Okay. And this is by that author that you saw that was on, C-SPAN, talking to the racist guy. They became friends. We're going to read this book, The Sum of Us. Let me put a link up for that, if you guys want that. Okay, that's going to be the very first book, The Sum of Us. Okay. All right. Oop, I've got to be nice to my books here. There's the link for that. Second book. This is important for us all. And I want to get the link pulled up here. This is where I wish I had like a team of, I have all my mods. I don't expect them to do everything. There we go. Let me get the link for this so I can show you guys. All right. So the next book is going to be Rest is Resistance by Tricia Hershey, founder of the NAP Ministry. If you don't know who Tricia Hershey is, she's a revolutionary. This is a way for us to resist while helping ourselves at the same time. Okay. So please, this is going to be the second book. It's going to be amazing. The next book just getting the link, guys. I'm sorry. Like not talking and just looking like a quasi crazy person. Okay, the next book is by Ibram X. Kendi, How to Be an Anti-Racist. As you see, this one is the large print because I prefer paperback books. So this is like the print that my mom gets, but that's fine. If you want the paperback, it's going to be the large print. It might be easier to read. That's book number 3. I'm going to get book number 4 ready to go here. The 4th book is by Rutger Bregman, and it's Humankind, A Hopeful History. This is a big one. But like it says here right on the cover, humankind challenged me and made me see humanity from a fresh perspective. We need that fresh perspective. Okay. So important right now. And then the 5th book, that doesn't mean it's the last book. The 5th book now out of the 5 books, I'm going to be honest with you guys, only one of them, and it's the last one, have I actually read already. These other books have been sitting on my shelf now, embarrassingly, for way too long, unread, and we're going to do it together. Okay. So, yes, I usually go to Powell's Hero Light Cody. I usually go to Powell's or sometimes to Barnes and Noble if Powell's like just doesn't have it in stock because the one is like super popular. Like when I bought my Let Them theory, I had to go to Barnes and Noble because it was already sold out at Powell's and I didn't want to wait. So yeah, Powell's is amazing. Please support local bookstores. I'm just giving you guys the link if you want to order it from Amazon. And I will put a whole community page out. But the last book, let me pull that up here for you guys. There we go. This one is important too, because it's not just about knowing diversity and all these other things, okay? But it's also about protecting yourself and all of that. All right. The last one is Love is the Way, Holding On to Hope in Troubling Times by Bishop Michael Curry. I love this book. I'm excited to reread it. This was absolutely amazing. And this one was written, it was published originally. When was the, see, I got this wrong in my other book club. So I'm going to look really carefully. Copyright 2020. This was written right in 2020. And this helped me so much, you know, when it came out. It's a great one. So once again, those 5 books, okay? We've got The Sum of Us, Rest is Resistance, How to Be an Anti-Racist, Humankind. Put it, the last one's over here. My hands aren't big enough to hold all those. And Love is the Way. Okay. I'm going to put this in the community tab. You guys can get your books from the library. You can get your books from your local bookstores. However you want to obtain the book. You can get the audio version. It's totally fine. Whatever place you want to obtain the books from, please get the book. I personally do better when I have a book in my hand, absorbing it and reading it. I know some people are totally auditory, like they do way better with the, you know, the books being read to them. Some people prefer it on the Kindle. Now, also understand, Kindle readers, they're changing it up. You have 3 days left now to download all of your Kindle books onto a thumb drive, anything, before you don't have full access to those again without paying more money. It's totally fucked up and wrong. But hey, that's what's happening in America. So who knows? But, you know, if you have another way to download the book, please do that. But definitely, guys, if you can support your local bookstore, we have many local bookstores here in the PDX area, the Portland metro area. Powell's is amazing. They have one of the oldest bookstores in America here in downtown Portland, and it is rad. They have like a very old, like their rare book section in there. Do not go there in the summer. There is no air conditioning. It is hot as fuck in that store. But if you're going on a nice spring day, because it's like down in the basement, it's all hot and shit. But it's awesome. It's awesome. And thank you guys for all. Yeah. Google that. Google that, cute cussy. Google how to download your library. Yeah, because you need to do that. Guys, I'm excited to read these books with you. I'm excited to discuss them, to go over them chapter by chapter with you. That first one, okay. The Sum of Us is going to start in 2 weeks, and we're going to do this on Wednesdays. So Wednesdays is book club starting in 2 weeks, which will be, let me pull up my calendar. March 5th. So on March 5th, we will have our first book club here. Okay. And we're going to go chapter by chapter. So if you only read the first chapter by March 5th, that's okay, because that's what we're going to do. So I'm just looking over the things here. So this one has kind of a lengthy introduction. And then so we'll do the introduction in the first chapter, because I always read when I was a kid, I didn't read the introduction to books because I was like, well, that's stupid. I don't want a spoiler. But the introductions oftentimes give you real insight because they're written by somebody else a lot of times. Not all the time. Sometimes the author writes their own introduction. But you find out some more meat and potatoes about the person themselves. Okay, so we're going to do this chapter by chapter, guys. We're going to break it down. I'll give you my thoughts about the chapter, and then we'll discuss. And I'm going to try and have guests on to talk about these books. If I could get one of these authors, holy shit, I'd die. But you never know. Maybe Heather McGee wants to come on and talk to us about her book. And go over that. But that's what we're going to be doing on Wednesdays, starting on March 5th. So you guys have plenty of time to get the book and get through the first chapter. Okay, read along the way, Cody. I know, listen, first of all, this has nothing to do with this channel whatsoever. Thank you. I said it yesterday, but thank you. Thank you, Hero Light Cody, for your tireless effort in exposing Zero Dark Tony, who some of you guys on this channel don't even know who that is, Anthony D'Amato Jr., who is now incarcerated in the Central Men's Jail in Los Angeles, and that is due in large part to the tireless efforts that you put in exposing cyber stalking and cyber harassing. And I am just sighs of relief have cried out all over the land because of the effort that you put in. So thank you. Thank you so much. And I will be reaching out to the authors of all these books to let them know, like, hey, here I am on this small channel. I'm interviewing people. I'm going out to the protests, and we're doing, what we're calling the banned book club. And we're putting your books in here because your books are talking about things that are being systematically fucking destroyed by the fiefdom and the Cheeto in chief. And we need to, fight back against that. And the one thing that is going to help all of us in the sustained resistance, sustained resistance, is educating ourselves on all the things that are going on. We cannot go into this ignorant. That's how we got here. We got here via ignorance, via systematic, programmed, and manipulative ignorance. Okay? There is nothing more important going on in any of our lives right now that isn't standing up to this tyranny. Okay? So you've got to do it. You got to do something. Whatever that one something is for you, making the phone call to the government, writing to your governor, protesting somewhere, supporting someone who's protesting, whatever it is, creating some art, do it. Do not sit on the sidelines. We cannot afford anybody on the sidelines. This is an all hands on deck situation. Okay? This is how we will win, and we can win. We can win if we are all pushing forward together. Okay, guys? Thank you so much. I'm excited about Banned Book Club. I'm going to put these all in a community post here in a moment. All right? And I will see you guys all next time. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Oh No America. I'm your host, Nora Ames. Hopefully this day has been informative, fun, and given you a little sparkle of America. Thank you to my mods, as always, for keeping things cool, chill. And if you guys want some of that sweet, sweet merch, hit us up at ohnomerica.com.
Current events and headlines that blow your mind. Only on